Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm here with Pinup Ally at her shop in downtown Las Vegas. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. So, how did you get started in art?
So pretty much I've been into art since I was younger, as a young child. I kind of was always just wanting my own style, per se, so I feel like that's where the art comes from. I also used to play music, so I played the violin.
Oh, sweet.
So I kind of always had like an artistic side to me, for sure. My dad was a DJ.
Okay.
My mom did hair. So I kind of was always in this like creative mode. Everything around me was always like creative, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
And who are some of your biggest influences?
So for my biggest influences, it was definitely, I was raised with my grandmother. So I loved watching old movies with her. So a lot of Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, and I kind of just liked that style. So they were a big influence in the way that I style myself today. But of course, as I got older, I really fell in love with spooky stuff, like all like scary movies. I grew up with Freddy Krueger, like Michael Myers, like watching all those movies as a young kid. And then as I got older, I discovered Elvira.
Okay.
And so Elvira is like my biggest influence now.
Okay.
So that's kind of where my whole spooky and pinup came together and kind of clashes now. So I feel like they would call the genre more psychobilly, is what they would call that genre. Yeah.
Sweet. What are your preferred mediums?
So for me, it is definitely any kind of fabric, clothing. I like to design. So the cool thing is when it comes to fabric, just as much as paint works, you can put different colors together, different patterns together, and you can create something really cool. So just like how I did here, this is a really cool like wavy diamond green and black pattern, but I also paired it with one of my custom designs that I did, and it has pink, it has black in it, but in its own way you can blend these things together and it kind of becomes its own piece. No one else is walking around wearing this, you know? So yeah.
Okay. And what are some of your favorite subjects to create?
So my favorite subjects to create is definitely my spooky pinups. I like taking like a really beautiful, elegant type of girl and making her spooky. Like, you know, very seductive in that way. One of my very first designs actually is the one that you have on right here. This is my Grave Girl design, and she was definitely based off of my Elvira, wanting it to look more like her, very seductive, sexy, but I wanted it more pinup, so that's where her whole flowy hair comes from. So that's what I like to create.
Cool. And so what are some pieces you would like to showcase?
So the pieces I like to showcase is my designing. So for example, this is one of my most popular things that I sell is my skirts. They are nice because they range from all sizes. So whether you are very petite or you are plus size, you are able to wear the skirt. I do like to put a lot of elastic bands in them so it can fit to different sizes. I like to use unique patterns, so you're not going to find this pattern everywhere. I feel like I don't like cookie cutter type of things. It may be a cookie cutter design, but the fabric is not. So that's how I like to stand out in my pieces. And that's kind of one of the things I like to create. But yeah, this is one of my main ones I love to design, and they do have pockets on them. You can get them traditional inside or outside, but I blend it in so you can't even tell with the fabric. I also do like my custom bags, so this one's like a really cool checkered one with Dracula on it. And then yeah, of course my custom t-shirts. So this whole look here is basically what I love to showcase, and I love to show people that I do a lot of different things. So this is a way that you could take a modern piece and make it a little spooky. We just added some of these claw clips, which could go in your hair, honestly, but it also works perfect as a strap clip.
Cool.
Yeah.
So these are some of your skirts?
Yeah. So here is a lot of different skirt options that I do have. This one is like a red cheetah print one that was created. And then I even carry some old school like Elvis in this fun different color bright.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Some t-shirts. Some more bags up here. caps and bows. Everything needs to stay fashionable.
Yeah.
Can be found in this shop.
Exactly.
You got some dresses.
Yeah, even down to shoes.
Head to toe.
Yeah.
Pinup Ally has got you covered. And what do you plan to focus on the rest of this year and going forward?
So for myself, I am working on creating my own fabric designs. So just as you have a design on your shirt, I'm working on making it an all-over pattern to basically make my own fabric so I can create skirts, dresses, purses out of that without having to do like a press. You know, I want it to be in the fabric. So I'm working on that currently. My plan is to hopefully continue to expand. I would love to do that because with my shop, I don't only carry myself in here, but I also have a few other artists. I love to share my space with other artists to kind of help give them that step that I wish I had. You know what I mean? Like just to help them out. Like, this is how it is having a store. Bring your stuff in here. Let's get your name out there. Let's promote you, and we all work together in that
So you're
case.
kind of like a role model for younger creators. That's cool.
Yeah, I try to be, and I always tell everybody I'm very open. Like, you can DM me anytime. You can ask me a question. You can stop by the shop. I'm definitely not a gatekeeper. If there's anything I could do to help you, I'm down to do it because I kind of want to keep growing this community. I feel like there's enough space out here for all of us. Everybody's so different, you know, and everybody creates differently. Their art's different. So why not share that space and that platform so we can all grow together? Similar to what you're doing, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
And where can people find you online?
So you can find me, I'm mostly on Instagram, to be honest. It's under Pinup Ally 702, and the Ally is A-L-L-Y, as in my name. And you can also go to my website, which is pinupally.com, but definitely find me on Instagram.
All right, I'll put the links in the description if you want to check that out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.